Well, good morning and welcome to Salford Central. We've got off this train from Cottingley via Leeds, very busy into Leeds, and now we've come through via the Calder Valley and Rochdale and whatever to Salford Crescent. Salford Central, sorry. We're going to walk through Salford Crescent. Not very far. Well, good morning and welcome to another video. And as I say, we've got off here now at Salford Central. I have ticked this station before, and I think I've ticked Salford Crescent, but actually going out of the station is still a bit of a grey area. I'm not 100% sure I've actually done that. There's a train coming in behind me. That is to Blackburn. That'll be the one via the curve at Todd, I would think. Let's go out and walk over to Salford Crescent. Make sure I've done it. There's quite a lot of modernisation going on around here. There is. Cranes and all sorts. So anyway, we'll head up here. Salford Central's back down that way now. It's not that far. We'll come very close to the River Irwell shortly. There's the river. I wouldn't recommend swimming in it though, it's a bit dirty. Used to like to swim in rivers. Still do, but only clean ones now. Dirty rivers and such like are not good. Might have got a bit better view of it here, I bet. Ah, that's a good view. Yeah. It's certainly not somewhere I'd want to swim, is that? But I thought we'd check it out. The University of Salford's just across there now, which is what Salford Crescent Station was built to serve back in the late 80s. I think it was about then when they opened it. They also closed Pendleton or Pendlebury, I think it was, on the Wigan line, the Wigan Direct line. This is the campus now, yeah. University, sort of Peel Park campus. So we were here some years ago. We did an arse installation for Spencer Tunic, and it's just up on the right now is the station, I think. Right, Salford Crescent, here we are. So it took us about 10 minutes, if that. So stop view range, or not view, outdoor active, isn't it now we use. Right, this is Salford Crescent. There's a lift there behind us. So yes, it's a green tick station. So we want the platform on our left, I would strongly suspect. Southport train approaching, which is the one we want, and there's a Wigan Leeds on the left there, just leaving for Leeds now. By Manvic, and this one we come on, of course, same service. Right, so go with this one to Parbold. It's currently working on electric power, but it'll be stopping somewhere just after Bolton, I think, all that, and going on the diesel power. Right, just leaving Salford Crescent, so it's definitely ticked off now, is that one? If there's any doubt, there isn't now. Right, so going via Bolton and West Horton to Wigan and on to Southport, getting off at Parbold. There's the Rochdale service there. It's probably from Clitheroe. There's a disused canal down there to the right now. We're not that far off Clifton. Which sees a grand total of 2 trains a day, I think, one in each direction. Unless the timetable's been altered in the last year or so. Clifton, Manchester. Approaching Bolton now, and I think we're going off the new platform 5. That's the new platform 5. It's did exist before. Whether it was 5 then, I don't know. It was taken out of use in the late 60s, early 70s, I think, and put back in last year before, was it? Something like that, for extra capacity. Typical BR, economising. So this is Bolton. I think there's even a platform 6 further across as well, but no, there's no remnant of that. Right, so that's Bolton. You can see the line to Blackburn now, by Darwin, curve off to the right, over there. It's over there. It's not electrified very far now though, of course. Platforms 1 and 3 you can use for Clitheroe, Bolton and Blackburn. Not far off Lostock Junction now. We'll bear over to the left. Now if they built Lostock Station around about here, just this side of the junction, they would have just got away with 2 platforms and the Wigan trains would have been able to call here, but they never did. This is how stupid it is. So we're going left here now. That's the West Horton line. Lostock Station is just on the line to Preston direct. There's no platforms here and still isn't. Arriving at West Horton now. This is the only station between Lostock Junction and Cronis Junction. Not a bad little station. I've been here before a few times. Got all the little ornaments and things. Coming up to Cronis Junction now. Joins from the other side, of course. You can see the point work. That is Hindley. This is quite a quaint little station. Used to have more than 2 platforms at one time. 2 platforms over there. So we're very close to the West Coast main line here, but we don't really make a connection with it unless we're going into North Western like the Leeds service does. So you can see Wigan North Western over there, and you might even see the unit where you've got on gauges there. That's the unit we used from Cottingley and Leeds. So we're going down to Wigan Wallgate now, which is down and underneath. There used to be 2 bypass lines here, but they were taken out some years ago because they're hardly ever used. It's an island platform, is Wigan Wallgate. Bit late, aren't we, actually? Wigan Wallgate. Here we are. Little wooden train there. Some flowers as well, quite nice. So Gathurst is next. Leaving Wigan Wallgate. So we've got underneath the West Coast main line now. and keep pretty much straight ahead, I think, don't we? Because the Kirby line turns off to the left. Bay platforms, a bit of a shine on it, not much. This is the West Coast main line. So we curve around to the right. Yeah, there's not much of a straight on, but it's the main route. And the Kirby line is there, just the other side of Walgate Box. That goes to Kirby and eventually to Liverpool. This is Appley Bridge. Note the spelling. Appley Bridge. There's no R in it, at least not the first word. It's very similar to Appley Bridge near Shipley in West Yorkshire, and there's very little to distinguish the two places. See if you could get here with an Appley Bridge ticket. Interesting. Or to Appley Bridge with one for this station.
Appley Bridge.
Oh, this is Parbold. There's some work there and a culvert, look at it. Don't think it's an island platform. Oh, mechanical signals. Semaphores. So we're going to walk over to Rufford from here now, onto the Preston line. What was it? A rusty crossover. Oh, classic. The station there, not now. For this side. This is actually in Lancashire now, without the Manchester ticket area. Parbold, tick. Let's get out of the station, we'll walk over to Rufford. This train is heading off to Southport. On diesel power, of course, now, the Panto's been dropped. It still says 319 inside now, but it's classed as 769 series. It is. Right. Right, we want to be over to the left now. So we can... is that a pub that partly demolishing off? The railway. Looks like it was a pub. Let's start outdoor active again. So looking towards Manchester, Wigan again, and then down there looking towards Southport. So one or two colour lights. There's also there's a rather rusty crossover there, probably used in case of emergencies. Anyway, let's walk down this road now. Well, we'll be able to do one path. This road actually goes straight to Rufford, but we'll walk on a few paths if we can. Right, we just stopped briefly there to get a sausage roll and a cup of tea. So we're going to go down there now. Rather than walk along the road all the way, we'll do a few paths where possible. We've got the best part of 2 hours to get to Rufford. It's just a shame we can't do Crosston unless you do it on the way back coming home. Just go there and come straight back. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, so I was right to do what I did there, to come down here, because I thought it might have been up there, but the path was a bit not that easy to see on the map unless you went to the one to 25,000, which is what we did, of course. I just come through that stile there and thought I heard a train just a moment. Oh, there's one there, look. heading back to Manchester Airport, I would think. Anyway, we're heading through into the trees now, just briefly. And the fence looks a bit overgrown down here. We can get through. Oh, yeah, just goes off at a slight tangent. Don't do nettles very well. Thistles, brambles, holly even, because they just scratch, they don't sting. Don't think many people have walked on this path for some time. I'm glad I haven't got my new decent trainers on. It is wet now here, pretty wet. Sheep here now, and we've come for this stile here because the path was just down there coming out of the trees, and there's some lovely little cows here. Look at the little baby ones. Oh, there's always got to, oh my word, maybe I'm a bit nervous. Anyway, let's continue up this way. Yeah, there's always got to be one that wants to turd. Back inside the trees again, briefly. There's one little bridge there over a stream and another one here. Bit more water in this one. Doesn't have to stride over this. No bridge. That's not detrimental. And back out into the open again. Looking back, we just come through this stile here, and now we're in the trees again. Only very briefly, because the road's up ahead. Literally, just yards. We're a bit low down here from the road. Oh! Bit of a step there to get through. Not very obvious path. Right, well, that'll take us back to Parbold, obviously, which is what we don't want, so we're going down this way. And we'll cross over to the correct side of the road for pedestrians. Right, the road on the right there leads to Hoscar, which is Lancashire's least used station, I think, isn't it? We just come from further straight down, and now we're going up here. It's pretty much just this road now all the way to Rufford. There are some paths, but since it's a bit damp, we'll just go direct to Rufford now. We will. Right, we just walked down the road. Didn't see a lot of point in filming the road really, because it's not over interesting. So heading down here, there's a footpath to the right, but we're not going to do that. Now then, there's a bridge over a little gully here, or whatever. Apparently this bridge is unsafe. I think they might be right. Anyway, it doesn't matter to us, because we're going down here. There's a left turn at the end of here now, just up ahead, and you'll see Rufford Station. There's a marina as well here, a boating marina. So I'll have a look at that. We will. Right, if we'd walked to Crosston, we would have been going down there, or coming back from that way. So, oh, is it that side of the fence? Not sure. Anyway, going over the river. And I think this is tidal at this point. Oh, that's the railway bridge, just there. So, oh no, I think the path was here actually. Yes, it would have been that. That's where we'd have come down had we have come from Crosston. Or gone to Crosston. It says private land, but public footpath. And there's even a toilet there. Welcome to West Lancashire. So this is another new tick. We won't be able to do Crosston today, unfortunately, I don't think, but because we haven't got time. We need to be on the next train to Preston from here now. Stay with it. Hopefully it works through to Blackpool South. Go for Squires Gate. So this is Rufford. Yeah, so there's a loop here. This is the southbound platform towards Ormskirk and Liverpool, ultimately. So yeah, there's a loop here. It looks like they use both sides. It does. I thought this might have been one of the platforms, this one particularly, because this is like the loop, it's a turnout either way. I thought one of them might have been used only when the trains pass. Anyway, let's go to the opposite side, hang around. Oh, there's got to be a signal box, hasn't there, to work the loop. It's not controlled by Preston, and that's it. Now, I've just walked back a short distance down here. If I can get through here. No chance of that with such a big bag. I'll have to just climb over. Level crossing's in use, and the train is going to cross this bridge just here. I have got the drone with me, but I must admit we didn't get a chance to set it up. I'm busy talking to the signalman. I was. So it's not a Pacer unit now. This is a classic service that was Pacers years ago. It should be 150. It is. Yeah, it would have been quite a good shot that with the drone. Anyway. It's turning out into the loop, is this here now? It's because the main line's the opposite side, if you want to consider one of the tracks a main line. The barriers should go up straight away. They have done, because they're not crossing anything. It's rare to cross two trains here, it's not very common. Anyway, let's get back over. And, oh, little gate here, I think. Looks like a fishing lake, does this, actually. There's some spots you can fish from. There's somebody over there doing just that. Right. Struggling through that big gate, and we didn't need to. Train's still there. Just leaving. He's just handed the token in. So we'll get that coming back and hopefully go right through to Squires Gate on it. Now then, there's a boating marina down here. So we've got a few minutes before that train comes back. About 20-25 minutes, something like that. And we'll have a look at these marinas. Taste Buds parking. That's ironic, isn't it? It's probably a cafe. Anyway, there might be one or two cafes down here. So yeah, it's quite a good marina here. I think it's part of the Leeds-Liverpool Canal, is this? But do correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, look, there were some ducks as well on the canal. No fishing. I wouldn't have thought there'd be that much in the way of fish in there. It's a bit mucky because there'll be oil and fuel fumes from the boats. Right, just chilling by the cafe. This is very nice. We've got some ice cream, raspberry ripple. Very nice. So I'm going to scoff this and then we'll head back to the station, which is just a couple hundred yards down the road. And then we can get the train hopefully straight through to Squires Gate. Let's do it. So, this is Taste Buds, which is very nice. So we didn't have time to really have much there food-wise because we've only got now about, should have left Ormskirk now, heading back north to Preston, should this train. So it's just 2 stops to Preston and then the train will switch over and worker service to Blackpool South, hopefully. So I don't know where the other marina is. This is another one down there. We've only got 6 or 7 minutes now to get onto the station, so let's not mess about. I might have had a fly around with a drone, but not now. See if the level crossing light, not quite, it's a bit early yet, but carriage Volvo, it's a bit old, is that? Automatic. We've done our 10,000 steps plus now anyway, so anything else we do now is a bonus. Right, the level crossing's gone down again. Didn't get to see the yellow on either time, unfortunately, but anyway, turn around, the train is approaching. Very slowly, even though it's on what I'd call the main line now. And the signalman has got the token for the section to Midge Hall. It only says Preston on, but it hopefully will work through to Blackpool South. Reflection. 3 off, 2 on, myself included. Right, Rufford, tick. So see that bridge next, goes over the river, a tidal river. There we are. It is a river, is that, not a canal? Coming up to Crosston now. Sadly, we'll not be able to do this station today. So, if they leave it well later, there's West Lancashire Light Railway not that far from here, so I might do it when we do that. And it looks like it's just a single track here, the platform's on the opposite side because this is disused. Yeah, that's it says Crosston. Just have a quick look out. Not getting off here. That's Crosston, so we'll do this at a later date sometime, hopefully. And if there's a longer loop and it extended all the way down here from Rufford, that'd be very flexible. Midge Hall, there's no station here, it's just the end of a section. We now come under Preston Power Box, I think. Oh, there's an old station here, look at it. Looks like we've got a platform here. There's a lot of industrial units and things around here, isn't there? And if a station was put back here. It seems quite flat, does this part of West Lancashire? There's a new road up ahead now, which we're going to cross. This is fairly new, I think. That's it there. Another little foot crossing. Just there. And if we switch to this side again, you might see it, might not. There's a connection that used to go up on the Blackburn line somewhere here. Yeah, in amongst them trees, I would think. Not sure if that wasn't actually the main line at one time. It's up there, it climbs to join the Blackburn line because we're going to join the West Coast main line shortly. Right, we joined the Blackburn line first. This is the newer well, newish alignment from Blackburn, which crosses the West Coast Main Line. Because it used to go in years ago, much further over. So that's dropping down. We're probably rising slightly. We'll join that, then join the West Coast. So when you're coming out, the main line is the West Coast, of course. The number 5 feather, which is a right turn, is Blackburn. Number 6 feather, no, the 4's the 4. Position 4 will be the Blackburn line. Position 5 is this line. This is a crossover. Getting confused with different feather positions. So that's the Blackburn joint line join now. And there's a crossover, obviously just here. Somewhere I think it is, yeah, just there, which is for this line in the southbound direction. And now we join the West Coast Main Line. Slow lines as far as I'm aware. And then the main line's over there. So let's head into Preston. Now that's the original line from Blackburn over there. That bridge, as far as I'm aware. This Preston station was considerably larger years ago. Coming out, probably for Euston. We're on platform 1 as booked, so it should be leaving in about 5 or 6 minutes for Blackpool South. It's got a little bit early actually. Right, just leaving Preston now. Train is a lot busier than it was coming in. Whiting just advertises a through service of Ormskirk to Blackpool South. I don't know, but anyway, it's what it is. Coming up to Solwick now. Not stopping here now, it's an island platform. You'll see the tracks part shortly. Here we are. It's an island platform, it's Solwick. I've said that right. Solwick or Solwick. Looks like it was a lot longer at one time. Coming up to Kirkham and Wesham. So we're on the South Line now actually. In this direction. There's a train heading east in what I think is platform 3. Unless we're platform 3. Because this used to be an island platform as well, the Kirkham and Wesham, but they've altered it. The original island platform is what we're using, and they've built a new one over there. Yeah, that's 3 away. This is platform 1. This is not electrified now, what we're on. But I think it should be electrified, and the whole of the South Line should be electrified at the same time. Would have saved a lot of messing about trying to do it later. So when we come back from Blackpool South, if we were to do that, we would be on platform 3. Thanks, just leaving Kirkham. It's an interesting layout now here. So we will just curve away to the left. Now the main line goes to Blackpool North, which is what I plan to do coming back. I'm not so sure whether we could use platform 2 and still take the South Line or not. I'm not so sure that's possible. I think it might be. To cross over there. Now there's a turn out here, so it would be possible to do it, but you'd have to go wrong road along there. This is a short section of double track just here now until we come down to a single track onto the South File line proper sort of thing. So I think it would be possible to use platform 2, but nothing much does. The North line's up there now. There's no trace really of the line straight across to Central. Lucky this line survived, actually it is. That's the end of the wires. And now we're going to come down to a single track just here. Right, just where this next bridge is the village of Ray Green. And I could put another station here, I think, on this line. Could be justified, so most of it's to the other side. Can't really see where it was. But we walked around here a while back. We did. This is Ansdell and Fairhaven. Now we still need this station. We've not ticked this one yet. It's the only one remaining west of Preston. Done a whole North line. Bolton le File and Leighton. Not Blackpool North, of course. But we haven't done this one. And I don't think we'll get to do it either today as well. So it's going to have to be done later. So St Anne's on the Seas next, and then we're off at Squires Gate. Blackpool Airport's over there now, or what's left of it. It's not really a proper airport anymore. Like say Leeds, Bradford or Teesside or wherever. It's just a private airport I think now. Because Ryanair don't serve it anymore. Right, the platform at Squires Gate is on this side, I believe. It is. There's a disused one on the other side, which we'll see shortly. Oh, Squires Gate. Not a new tick, we've done it before a few times. Oh, and it's nice and sunny. So we'll see this one head off to Blackpool South, and then we'll walk round to where we're supposed to be going. Looks to me like a Red X station. There's only steps there. Right. Oh, welcome to Squires Gate. So I can just see back down there. We just come from Preston and Ormskirk that way, and that's looking towards Blackpool South. Now it looks like they're doing something with the opposite platform here. Not sure what. Are you bringing that platform back into use then at some point? No. Yeah, shame. It would be quite good if you could do that. Have a double track line all the way to Preston.
They're trying to get a passing route further down the line.
Yeah, it's so needed. It's just so needed. It's ridiculous that it isn't, you know. Was it?
Yeah, Mark Menzies, a filed MP.
All right. Oh, you can just see the Pepsi Max there just going. So Blackpool Airport is still used, as that obviously demonstrates. But it's not a proper airport. It's only a, what's the word? Domestic airport, you might say, is it? Or international airport. It's just for private jets, I think, and whatever. But Google it if you want to know more. Anyway, we better get to see that friend of mine I've organised to see now. So, yep, see you on. Right, Stargate tram terminus, that's the southern end of the trams, is just there. So the plan of action is to actually get a tram to Blackpool North, if we can. Otherwise it'll be North Pier. Not sure whether that branch is open to Blackpool North yet or not. I was under the impression it had, but with not much fanfare, which was surprising. I thought there'd have been made a big spectacle of that. Anyway, it's down this way, I believe. Well, we've been given a lift now from Stargate down there to Blackpool North, to the tower. North Station's behind us, a few hundred yards up that way. So head up there shortly. But before we do that, I thought we'd have a little wander around. It's such a nice day now. The sun's really out. It's really, really good. I'm just wondering if I can get away with flying the drone here or not, but I'll have to just double check and see if it's a no-fly zone, or if flying is permitted, rather. So after that, we'll have a look at the line that goes up to Blackpool North Station. So switch cameras. So that's the tower, obviously, as I'm sure everyone would know. There's a bit of rusty track there, crossover, whatever. So, yeah, looking out to sea. Oh, and looks a bit mucky down there for swimming. But it's tempting. So we're not that far from Blackpool Airport. We've only been there. You can see the Pepsi Max just there, right in the corner. Just there. But yes, I must admit it really is tempting to fly the drone here. There's a tram coming down now, or coming up, should I say, northbound, I don't know. And this is the triangular junction, the Delta junction, as you might say. I think Delta is the Greek symbol. It's a triangle, and that leads up to Blackpool North Station. So obviously Wilco's has obviously been flattened by now to make room for the new line, because I thought they'd not curved it enough. So it's allegedly not open just yet, but it won't be long, I'm sure, now before it is. Yeah, it's Fleetwood Ferry, this one. On the shadow side of the line. I've got a photograph that my granddad took here back in 1927 when he was 18. Radically different than it is to now. That building there with the tower had like a taller, thinner spire on it. It did. Not sure if it actually is a church or ever was, but it did have a thinner spire, but it was taken off, I think, in the 60s, early 70s or something like that. And yeah, I recognised the Metropole Hotel from the photograph straight away. And he was on the beach down here with his family, my great-grandparents. His youngest brother was about, what, 5, 6 years old, something like that at the time, I think. Not very old at all. Right, we can fly the drone here, and somebody else has flown drones, so we're going to do ours and see what we can get. The sand's fairly hard here. I'm going to speak too soon in a bit, but anyway, it's fairly firm. So I'm not too close to anybody. Very light winds, so it should be okay. So start off with a shot looking there towards the tower. The only thing I'm a bit concerned about is the seagulls. I don't want them taking an interest in it. that was pretty good, I think, actually, that, wasn't it? That little flight. There's a big jet that's just gone across there now. I don't know what that's all. That could have been detrimental, but anyway, not near us. Right, now that building I thought that had that spike on earlier, I don't think it was that place. I think it was that one there that had the original tall spire on. And it was about here where my grandparents were, or should I say, my great-grandparents, when my granddad wasn't married, of course, he was only 18. And he got a shot with that in the background, the memorial, which would have only been to the First World War at that time, before the Second World War happened. And yeah, so it was here. Not so sure it would have been as nice a day as this, but who knows? There's a chopper knocking about up there as well now. Right, we've moved back off the seafront now, or rather off the beach. I'm going to follow this. Something has ridden on that. There's a very, very thin shine on this line up to North Station now, so I'll have a look at that. And oh, it's green. Not today into the box junction. Let's press the button. Gone back to red. That's fine for us. Oh, some little tram seats. How quaint. Old trams. So this is where it's going to go, up here now. Talbot Square. Oh, there's a tram stop here, isn't it? Talbot Square. It's not finished yet, of course, but yeah, so when they'll turn whichever way, well, you know. Now this is where Wilco's was, and I thought they'd not curved it round enough to go left on the normal road, but that wasn't the aim, of course. So you see it's still fenced off, so it's not finished obviously yet. Right, this is the well-known Funny Girls, which of course is funny because the men dress up as women and you know, drag act, that sort of thing. It featured on some TV documentary called Faking It a few years ago now. But anyway, let's head over to Blackpool North Station now. I just thought we'd have a look. I haven't got time to go to a show. Right, that's the terminus station there. Have a look at it. So there's still some work to do. It's going to be a while yet. This is Blackpool North. Somebody's got a big banana down there, haven't they? Now the tram terminus is the other side of this building here. It is, and I think there's going to be some underpass under the road there to get through. So there's a funny system of working here at Blackpool North. It's like they only let you onto the platform about 10 minutes before the train leaves, which is kind of annoying, but it's been like this for years. Now I've come straight through on the platform because we're going to get this one to Manchester, well, not to Manchester Airport, but we're going to go to Preston at least with it. And I think we'll go in the front unit. I think that will be a Leeds service there to guess, but oh, it might, it's a long formation for the Leeds service, or York service rather. So there's two TOCs that operate here as far as I'm aware. Northern, the main one, and you get a few London services provided by Avanti West Coast. Not sure how many. It's not that many, it's about 3 or 4 a day I think, but they might be wrong. It's a bit like Harrogate, but Harrogate only had one a day to London in one direction. Now it's got quite a few, virtually every 2 hours. Not sure if Blackpool North's the same with Avanti to Euston, but who knows. No semaphore signals now, all long gone. So let's get on this train here and we'll work out what we're going to do next. Just leaving Blackpool North. So see what we can get at Preston. whichever way we're going to go. Not very far off Kirkham and Wesham now, and that is the South File line down there, which is partly electrified. Only a very short distance. And we should be using platform 3 now at Kirkham, or Kirkham and Wesham if you prefer. That's what it really is. So again, I think they could use platform 2. Not sure if it's bi-directional or not, but that's a siding over the far side. I thought it might be. Because if there's another crossover the other side of the station, then they can use platform 2 bi-directionally. For Blackpool North.
We're now arriving into Kirkham. Kirkham is the next stop. Got in train here, please make sure you take all personal belongings and please mind step down from the train to the platform edge.
Right, just left Kirkham and Wesham. So that line's a little bit electrified down there. It looks like it is bi-directional because there's a signal there and there's a signal here. Now if there's 2 crossovers would be ideal, wouldn't it? Just before that far line comes in and another one just after. That gives full flexibility of movement. It don't look like it though. Shows a trailing crossover here now. Oh, must be bi-directional then. Into Preston now. I'm going to get off here actually. I thought I'd continue into Bolton, but no, we'll get off here. And it's the opposite side, so platform 3, let's do it. Ormskirk 2. Down here. Right, we'll get this one and we'll do Crosston after all. This should be the Ormskirk train. So we'll get on this one. Just one stop to Crosston. Might come straight back, we'll see. Right, just leaving Preston. And we're taking the Ormskirk line again. Only one stop this time, just to tick off Crosston. Fairly sure we'll probably just come straight back half an hour later, but this same unit obviously, but we'll see. I'm not definite on that one. Crossing the Ribble. Crosston. Obviously we were here earlier. Don't forget to get a promise to pay. Right, so I got off here this time. Crosston, tick. Right, that's heading off to Ormskirk. So it's the same unit we got on earlier. Now I may come back to Preston on it. I've not decided yet. I might wait for it to go around again or another one to come, and then we'll go on to the electrified network at Ormskirk and via Liverpool. There's a decent car park here. It's 3 words here we don't like. No Sunday service. That's great, that, isn't it? Not. Anyway, let's have a little wander down that way. Just walk from the station down there, turn right onto this road, and there's a pub here, the Black Horse, which is open. But I haven't got time to go in it, unfortunately. Not if you want to fly the drone, which I'd like to do if we can. There is a couple of prisons not so far from Crosston, but we're a good mile away, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, I don't think. We'll keep away from them. Now I got a little level crossing here. So, go through the little gate. CCTV. So you can see the station just back up there where the bridge is. And then looking down towards, it is down that way, we were told it was. And that's looking towards Ormskirk and Liverpool. So yeah, you just see the station up there. So it's dog-legged, obviously, where the single did years ago. Now I thought I heard it shopping, so yeah, it's over there. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Anyway, we're heading this way now. Get on it. I thought it was 1819. I never saw it on the drone. Right, well, Crosston tick, certainly done that. Let's get back to Preston.
To Preston. The next stop is Preston.
Well, we've certainly done it, that one, certainly ticked it. Been ready to walk around in a fly. Right, arriving back at Preston now, and we're on one of the bay platforms, I think. At the bottom end. I think there's 3C and 4C. Yep, we're in the bottom end bays, 4C. Right, let's find the York service now, which is a little bit late, and head straight to Leeds. Just use there, and I think you'll find it in platform 2, but we better just check. Postal service, heading north. I'd forgotten I started using these again. York service coming in, so we won't be on this one right through to Leeds, so nearly full distance, but not quite. It's just a 3-car 195 on its own. We've got some suitable refreshment now, so some Swedish cider, strawberry and lime, some bacon wheat crunchies. Sorry? So. Anyway, the Glasgow service is going out there, which was alongside us. We shall be heading in the opposite direction shortly. Right, it's on the move again, heading south, then we'll turn to the east, a bit further down here. Not going to do much filming from the side now because the battery on the phone is virtually out. I was looking at that last drone shot actually, which was quite good actually, it was. So we're taking the same route now as the coalesce oil train. Just east of Blackburn now. And we tried to have a swim in there once, didn't we? But it was a bit cold because, in fact, you couldn't even get to it really that easy. We're just east of Blackburn near Ishton. Next stop for us is Accrington. Just do a limited amount of filming on here now because I say the battery is pretty low.
Service to York. The next station stop is Burnley Manchester Road.
So that means we just left Accrington, which we have, and we're coming onto the viaduct. Accrington used to be like, well, triangle formation, but it only had platforms on 2 sides. So here we are, this is Accrington Viaduct. Interesting flying the drone here, it would be actually as well. 70 miles an hour now. Should open it up a bit. There's a bus depot up there, look at it. Takes quite a long time for the coalesce oil train to pass through Accrington with that 10 mile an hour restriction. You've got to wait till the last wagon clears the 70 mile an hour speed sign before you can open it up officially. It's opening up now. We can open up a bit quicker, of course. Burnley Manchester Road. Burnley Manchester Road, so this is the last one in Lancashire now. Hebden Bridge is next. On the climb to Copy Pit now. It's a highly scenic line, is this actually? It's great with steam.
There's always another tunnel.
I'll switch sides shortly. This is fantastic. I'll bring the drone here. Keep thinking of all these places to bring the drone and then never actually doing it. The scenery up here is fantastic. It's unusual for me to do it in this direction in daylight. Yes. Look at this. I'd say it's fantastic for steam. Just look at this. This is fantastic. I'd love to get up there one day. I've been saying that for years. So just past Copy Pit now, and we're heading down on the eastern side of the summit, down towards Todmorden. But we shall just miss Todmorden and head straight on the Ellen White Ebden Bridge. Look how rural yet interesting this is. It's just brilliant. I could so live here. Just a shame there's no station out near. To Lidgate Viaduct. Going very slow over here. Look at that view. It's fantastic. Kidston Wood Tunnel is next. So a short curved tunnel is this. 290 yards. Just outside Todmorden now, and that's the new curve, which that one, we just passed one actually just a few minutes ago, and that's obviously just used the curve because that's where the points were set. Should have never been taken out that curve, it's so stupid. Because that was the original line actually, this was the later built side of the triangle to make it a triangle, and because it's put in mainly for freights was this, so they'd have to reverse it in Todmorden, and it's the side that survived. The rusty crossover there from when they did banking, but Copy Pit crossover's gone. And now joining the main line from Manchester, Victoria and Rochdale to Leeds and Brighouse, Halifax. This is Holroyd Junction. Just past Salford Bridge now, we're going to take the left turn up to Halifax at Milneroyd Junction. So this is the easy climb. It's a lot longer and it's a lot steadier is this climb to Halifax. It's Dryclough Bank, that's the stiff one, a really hard climb. The main line continues straight ahead here now, down there straight to Brighouse. I say the main line because it is. Some may say, well, it's an equal speed junction, but it needn't be. That could be a lot faster down there. And this is the turnout that we're on now. So we go over a big viaduct, we're now a bit further up here. So this is like the second side of the triangle. The main line's down there, number one side, and then 3 is the Dryclough Bank. The light is starting to go a bit now. This is the viaduct, Copy Viaduct. Into Halifax now. Their battery really is getting low now, so I'll get to Leeds, change there for Cottingley. Skipton train just leaving. We've got a T now here on D signal, so we're going through road and should be crossing over to platform 11. I know that because platform 12 is blocked. There's already the trains there. So into Leeds via the through road. So I'll take the video right back to Cottingley. The camera should just do it. Just got off this train here. Let's head down to platform 13B for the Cottingley train. Now this is the one that sometimes screws up, so I'm hoping it's going to run today. 158 leaving here. Not our train. It's just going back through the road where we came in. No, not Inley. Via Wakefield, yeah, we'll be via Wakefield. Right, back at Cottingley. Use it whilst ever it's here. Train was replaced by the White Rose. Right. Okay. And that's it for today now. We'll just end the video and then this train can play us out. Or rather, this train can play us out, then we'll end the video. It's a couple minutes late, not much. Well, I don't know what's happened to the weather. It was lovely in Blackpool. Yes, it's not been a bad day. A little bit of a rough start and a rough finish, but not so bad other than that. Okay, so yeah, we did a decent walk from Parbold to Rufford, and then we went on to the Blackpool and we came back and did Crosston. So yeah, it's been quite a good day. Weather a little bit dodgy at either end, but other than that, it's not been so bad. So yeah. Cue music, see you next video. Bye for now.